Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The official Season 1 patch notes are here for Warzone 2 and MW2. Keep in mind, this is far from all the content that we've got today. We've also got the Battle Pass breakdown video coming up here soon. We'll have some Warzone intel dropping later on today as well. But first things first, let's start off with the update patch notes for Season 1. So Ricochet is live. That's been live. No surprises there. We got the new Battle Pass. Like I said, I'll be explaining that in a video later on today in just a couple hours, so stay tuned for that. Season 1 weapons. Our Season 1 weapons drop runs the gamut of playstyles from high-speed BAS PSMG to the hard-hitting Victus Sniper. Mid-range combat's also viable with the M13B if you're up to the challenge of unlocking it. The challenge is to go into DMZ, go into a radiation zone, kill the chemist, get his gun, and extract. I've done that already. It's kind of annoying, I won't lie. Players can now progress beyond level 55. We got our prestige all the way up to 250 now. Here's what'll be live in the store day one. We got a couple of different bundles there. We don't really need to go into detail on that. We obviously have our new weapons. We've already covered these in detail as well. Victus XMR and the BAS P are available in the Battle Pass for free. M13 is unlocked via, again, DMZ. There is supposed to be a store bundle. I didn't see it live in game when I've been playing so far. Weapon balancing, assault rifles. Increase to long distance flinch on all assault rifles. So you'll notice that more in game now. So that's pretty important. Cast off 545, and we can actually go in and zoom in here a little bit. For the cast off 545, the ADS speed was increased. They also improved the iron sight ADS picture. On the 74U, the ADS speed was decreased and the hip spread was decreased. So it's going to be a little bit slower. It's still going to have great damage though. So the 74U is still going to be a top choice. M4's hip spread was also reduced a little bit. M16 got a lot of changes here. Rate of fire increased, hip spread reduced, recoil recenter speed increased, shot grouping improved, increased ADS movement speed, increased the strafe movement speed, and the recoil is now better. There's also been a semi-auto damage reduction though, and the semi-auto recoil was reduced as well. So some buffs and some nerfs, actually kind of surprising. They really want you to use it as a burst gun, but it's not great as a burst gun, right? So you'll have to deal with that if you're going for camo challenges, or you can somehow end up skipping it with the new rifle. For the STB, close range damage was reduced, so it won't be as good up close, and they also reduced the sprint to fire. So STB is still looking like more of a mid-range gun, in all honesty. For battle rifles, the FTAC Recon ADS speed was improved. The 5-round magazine was also improved a bit. They increased the flinch caused by bullets, and the hip spread was decreased, so not too shabby there. SO14 increased the hip fire when in full auto, or the spread, I assume is what they're talking about there. For handguns, they increased the close range flinch on all of them. For LMGs, they increased the long distance flinch. For marksman rifles, the Lockwood 300 damage range was reduced. The SAB 50, minor increase to flinch when hit, so there will be more noticeable flinch on the SAB 50. Then on the SPR, large increase to flinch. So now the SPR's damage is still the same according to these notes. It's still going to be a very spicy rifle and like quick scoping machine, but there's going to be more flinch when you get shot at. So I guess that's pretty solid. By the way, as we are going through all these patch notes today, if you guys are new to the channel, or if you're a part of the 57% of viewers who have not already subscribed, each and every single day, I got you covered with the latest news and updates to always keep you up to date, but also the best class setups, loadouts, and tips to improve at the game as well. So if you want to guarantee you never miss a thing when it comes to Call of Duty, this is your one-stop shop. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. We are now under 20,000 subscribers away from 900K. It would be insane if we could hit that by the end of the month. So if you're new, we'd love to have you join us on the road to that. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like rating would be seriously appreciated. Let's aim for 3,000 likes on this one. Y'all have been blowing the like goals out of the water, so I do seriously appreciate all the support. Anyways, continuing on here, they increased the close range flinch on all shotguns. On the Bryson 800, the close range damage was increased and the hip spread was increased. For SMGs, the long distance flinch was increased on all the subs. For the Hurricane, the ADS movement speed was increased, and they also increased the far damage range and the headshot damage, so the Hurricane will be a little bit more significant now in terms of its overall competitiveness. On the Mini Bach, they decreased the damage range, the movement speed, the ADS speed, and the hip spread was increased there. So a couple of nerfs to the Mini Bach, unfortunately. On the PDSW, the P90, movement speed increased, damage range increased, ADS speed and the hip spread also changed here. ADS speed was increased, hip spread was decreased. Adding laser and flashlight attachments are also going to be available there now as well to change your setups a little bit. For the Vel, the damage range was increased, definitely needs that, so it'll be a little bit better for mid-range. For sniper rifles, the Signal 50, they fixed attributes on the Signal 50 barrels with the Fluted 50 and then also the SA 50H7. There were also some weapon bug fixes here as well. They fixed an issue with the riser ammo comb on the STB 556 rifle. They fixed a drop shot exploit. They fixed an exploit with the bipod mount launching you away. And they also fixed incendiary damage over time to not flinch the players. So quite a few weapon changes here, not as much as I admittedly expected, but definitely some solid ones regardless. Now, we obviously have our new operators. Zeus is a part of the battle pass. We'll preview that later. Vehicle updates. They reduced the critical damage from the multiplier on the heavy tank. They reduced the damage of the Pila against tanks and also reduced the vehicle explosive damage against other vehicles. For bug fixes, they tuned exiting on the RHIB. Exiting the RHIB now places you within a boat. Fixes to vehicle on vehicle bug that caused vehicles flying as a result of certain collisions. Fixed a bug where the vehicle camera was reinitializing after repairing a wheel. Fixed vehicles becoming permanently submerged when another vehicle lands on top of them. So a few vehicle fixes there too. For multiplayer, Shoot House is now live. Battle maps, they fixed floating grass in Sarif Bay by one of the blue houses. They fixed a stretch texture in Santa Sina. Miscellaneous bug fixes and exploits across all battle maps. I really wish they would go into detail on what was fixed there. For core maps, they fixed some bullet penetration issues, player and equipment collision fixes as well. Albagra Fortress barracks lightings have been fixed, fixed some deployable cover locations, and general exploit fixes. Again, would love to know details about that so we know what to look out for. Tier 1, aka Hardcore, is now live, so that's huge. For Spec Ops, they fixed a few things here. They also updated with a brand new mission, Defender on Mount Zaya, so that's now available. So we got some new content there as well. There were also a few single player updates and fixes included here too. For equipment, the drill charge sticking to the riot shield will always kill the player using the riot shield now, no matter what, even if they have bomb squad equipped. That is going to be an instant guaranteed kill. For kill streaks, cluster mines now stick to all vehicles. That's pretty solid. Allied deaths no longer give the player assist points while the counter UAV is active. For UI and UX, combat record has been added, so we finally got combat record. The calling card menu has been revamped to show challenges, so we have our official calling card and mastery challenges now available in game as well. Customized tab added with different loading screens, emblems, all that stuff. Other new types of content: war tracks, gun screens for different weapon stats, and then operator finishing moves, which are universal. Updates to the weapon tabs include weapon brands visible and streamlined blueprint navigation, which is pretty solid. Now, CDL Mosh Pit was actually delayed. It will not be going live today. It was supposed to be live today, but Treyarch found some issues with the mode, so they're working on fixing those, and then it will be live. Once it's live, we're going to have the various different map rotations for CDL, obviously, between Search and Destroy, Hardpoint, and Control. Then we get into Warzone 2 here for playlists. We've got solos, duos, quads, third person, and unhinged. So for solos, it's 150 players, no assimilation. For duos, it's 150 players, assimilation on refill. For quads, it's 152 players, assimilation on refill. For third person trios, it is 150 players, assimilation on refill. And for unhinged, assimilation is up to 6 players per squad with 150 players. So very interesting sort of mix there where you can actually team with enemies for, the higher squad counts, which will be very interesting for overall gameplay. We obviously have core battle royale and third person. Unhinged, the full description here says break the squad limit boundaries by using assimilation to grow your squad up to 6 players. Alliances are fragile in this game mode and you may find yourself outnumbered at any point. DMZ Trios is also live right now. The max players is 66, up to 6 players per squad. Solos and duos can elect to not fill, but you're still going to be going up against other trios, so keep that in mind. This is basically just going over the details for DMZ. We've already covered all of these, obviously, already in previous videos. We know all about Al Mazrah at this point with the points of interest, the landmarks, so on and so forth. We know about the strongholds, the black sites, the new gulag, the new multi-circles. Most of this stuff is stuff that we've already covered in previous videos, so you can feel free to pause the video and read these for yourself if you want, but if you've been keeping up with the videos, which you guys have been going crazy with the views and the likes and the support, again, I do seriously appreciate it. So you guys pretty much are all up to date with everything going on here. Contextual loot, self-revives can be found in medicine cabinets, plate carriers can be found at a police station. There's new movement, of course, we know all about this as well. The buy station updates, the AI, we know all about pretty much all of this stuff at this point. The proximity chat I've experienced a few times already, which is pretty funny based on what I've run into already. People talking trash, the whole nine. It's very fun. There's also new perk packages that are default available as well that offer different combinations for perks. I think creating your own is the best way to go though when it comes down to it. We already know all the perk descriptions as well. Obviously we got all the field upgrades, the contracts, so on and so forth. There's apparently a redacted contract, and this is the nuke. So there's a nuke in Warzone 2. It's locked behind this contract and no one knows how to do it yet. So it'll be interesting to see this discovered in the coming days and weeks. Vehicle durability is different now, where you can actually see your vehicle health. You need to refill vehicles. All this stuff is not so much new information. Now, there is new quality of life updates here though that are worth going over. Consoles have FOV slider in Warzone 2. Very, very, very big W there. They've improved the footstep audio, so that's another big W. Squad score in the UI. Players will be able to see the total scores for the entire squad. There's a join in queue, so you can get into your party's into your friend's party while they're in a match, and you can be ready to go there. You can stow a weapon on infill to guarantee a fair match. Start weapons are stowed while skydiving, so you can't shoot out of the sky. Ascenders are all over the match. You can now attach to an ascender while falling. For parachutes, players who are parachuting can now mantle and ledge hang. There's the ledge hanging mechanic, obviously, and there's automatic item pickup. We've talked about that already. We got our new tactical wheel of pinging for if you don't have a mic, you can communicate via this, which is pretty nice, and the new looking for party settings as well. There's gyro aiming now, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. We have the look ahead as well for the Trello board with the future updates, which we'll cover as it gets updated in the future. But that is essentially it. Those are the Season 1 patch notes, the full 1.10 update. That is everything that changed between multiplayer and Warzone. That's going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you can always guarantee you are up to date with everything going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.